So I'm live, and for some reason I'm really late because Facebook won't work for me. Which is funny because the whole point of this test was to make sure I could stream both on YouTube and Facebook, and I'm not able to. So, I probably will do a future test in the future when I don't have people waiting for me to see if I can do this, and I don't know why Facebook's acting up on me, but hello everyone. Yeah, I'm just kind of frustrated. So I didn't want to troubleshoot too long because I didn't want to, I was already 7 minutes late and I don't like to be late. But it's funny, the whole point of this was to test that very thing. So this is to kind of peek behind the curtain. This was a test to see, as I told you, if I could go live twice on 2 different platforms. And I didn't want to just test and not take advantage of this ability to talk to you all. And so I wanted to make some announcements because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of projects I have in the hopper. I'm very excited about them. Some people in my Living One John 1 community have heard about them, but I wanted to share them with all of you. It's funny, I can't see my sound levels, so I'm assuming you all can hear me, or Christy, you would have said something. For some reason I can't see my sound levels, and I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. I'm on. So, to make a long story short, needed to test this live capability. Currently unable to go live twice. So, YouTube audience, you're going to get my 3 announcements. My Living One John 1 community has heard 2 of these announcements, 1 of these announcements, but I'm going to start with the first announcement is the whole reason that we're doing this test tonight, and that is because I am currently leading a guided study of Genesis to Jesus, which is the Genesis to Jesus is part of the Journey Through Scripture study from the St. Paul Center. I will refrain going down memory lane to tell you that I worked for the St. Paul Center when I was in grad school as their bookkeeper. And so I was the bookkeeper for the St. Paul Center when we were only about 6 employees. Since then, the St. Paul Center has exploded. We're building new international headquarters. Very exciting stuff is happening. And I started working with them again recently. And some of you know I have a course on their platform called Emmaus Academy, which is their online platform. I have a course on women in scripture. So if you subscribe, if you become part of the Emmaus Academy, if you subscribe to that platform, you can watch my women in scripture study. And I am happy to announce that it has the largest completion rate of any course on Emmaus Academy, which means more people complete that course, stick with it, stay with it. I'm very proud of that. So I have that course on Emmaus Academy. I'm also going to have another course coming on Emmaus Academy on the parables. Very excited about that. Already filmed, just kind of in the hopper with them. And I am doing a guided study of this Genesis to Jesus. So when I worked for the St. Paul Center, I was their bookkeeper, but I also went on the road with them first, just as the person that clicked the PowerPoint that advanced the slides, while someone named Carl Orban, and then the next year, Matt Leonard, taught the sessions. And so I was Carl's clicker, I was Matt's clicker. Eventually, I would graduate to teaching the studies myself, leading them. One of my best memories is leading them with Curtis Mitch, who is the man behind the Ignatius Study Bible with Scott Hahn. And Curtis and I went to Wisconsin to lead the study. It was great to be with him and just to get to know him better and to soak in some of that brilliance as it came off of him. And so I was the clicker for a while. I ended up leading the study for a while. And I was the clicker for Matt Leonard. Small, wonderful, like, cycle coming full circle is that Matt Leonard is the presenter in the videos, Genesis to Jesus. And I do an intro to help guide the study. So I do an intro, I do an outro, I tell you things to look for, I kind of summarize and reflect on it coming out of it. And then I'm going to do a series of lives where I answer people's questions, so you can submit questions. And I will be doing a series of lives while the course is running. So this is a little different than the Emmaus Academy courses. It's only $15, and it gets you access to stream the sessions, 2 weeks come out at a time, and so you have access to these two big sessions at a time, and every other week a new session will come out. So it's $15. It's a little more if you want the awesome workbook. The workbook's really beautiful. And there's also a leader's guide, so you can do it as a group. So that's my first announcement, is that I'm doing Genesis to Jesus, the guided journey. It launched on Monday. I think it was Monday. It launched this week, and so you can have access to the first 2 sessions, and I will be doing a live with them first on September 25th. That'll be the first time I do a live with them where we answer your questions, we chat. It'll be great. So hopefully it will be both on the St. Paul Center's YouTube channel as well as their Facebook, as long as it works. And so that was what this test was tonight. Moving along to my second announcement. So Genesis to Jesus is the first. And for the YouTube people, I am going, for all you people watching later, all of this is in the description. So there's links to Genesis to Jesus. There is a link to my community on what's called Circle. So my community called Living 1 John 1 is a scripture community. And I'm linking to that because I'm happy to announce that after many months of wondering where Living 1 John 1 was going to go, I do a monthly Bible study on Living 1 John 1. Everybody votes on what we talk about. The vote is open right now about what we're going to talk about in September. And after many months of kind of thinking, where is this going to go? Because my initial hope was to do a course on Living 1 John 1, was to do courses on scripture study in addition to the monthly Bible studies. And Emmaus Academy has really fulfilled that need in a lot of ways. I was going to do a study on the intro to studying scripture and what does it mean to study scripture as a Catholic. Well, there's a great course on Emmaus Academy now on that. And I knew I couldn't compete with, the level of production for something like Emmaus Academy. So I don't want to just repeat the wheel. I don't reinvent the wheel. I don't want to do the same thing. And so I was thinking, what do I do with Emmaus? What do I do with Living 1 John 1 now? So every week I update resources for the Sunday Mass readings. And so those are all available in the community. So if you join the community, there's a link in the description once I'm done here. If you join the community, you get resources for the Sunday Mass readings, you get a monthly Bible study, and starting in a few weeks, I'm going to start a whole section on lectio divina. What is lectio divina? How do we practice lectio divina? I firmly believe lectio divina is the answer to your spiritual life. What your spiritual life is missing right now is lectio divina. I believe it's the answer to how our church and how our world can grow closer to Christ, how we can hear Christ's voice. It's lectio divina. If the whole church was practicing lectio divina, we would have a holy church, guaranteed. Because Pope Benedict said that the secret to the springtime of the church, he said if everybody learned, loved, practiced lectio divina, there would be a new springtime in the church. He said the secret to the springtime in the church is lectio divina. So I'm going to launch a whole section on Living 1 John 1 for lectio divina. We're going to talk about how you do it. We're going to talk about tips. We're going to talk about traps. We're going to then do lectio divina together. I'm going to have lectio divina modules where you can use my lectio divina to assist your lectio divina. There's going to be a ton of stuff coming out to help you pray lectio divina, because the number one hurdle for people praying lectio divina is that they don't stick with it because they think they're doing it incorrectly. I am going to help you pray lectio divina correctly, which the worst way to pray lectio divina is to not pray it. That's really the incorrect way to pray it, is to give up. So this whole module on Living 1 John 1 is going to be geared toward helping Catholics pray lectio divina better, and then to actually give you the ability to pray with me. Like, I think to use my prompts to then help your prompts, so that then you don't need me anymore. But I think there's always something about praying with each other. I have an app that I exercise with. I could exercise by myself, but the app keeps me accountable. The app keeps me encouraged. The app supports me because I have somebody I'm exercising with, and that's what this is going to do for you. So lectio divina coming into Living 1 John 1. As part of this new launch that I'm going to be announcing in lots of different ways, I am going to be having a contest for those who either are in the community or refer people to Living 1 John 1, and those referrals turn into actual people signing up. And I'm really excited. The prize of this contest is going to be an amazing resource, A Catholic Introduction to the Bible, Old Testament, by John Bergsma, Brant Petrie. This is an incredible book, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. Highly recommend it. I use it all the time, and it's just a great Catholic introduction to the Old Testament. So it's not a cheap book, and so I think that stops a lot of people from buying it. So this is the prize. So I will be announcing that contest soon, as I announce the rollout of this new module in Living 1 John 1. Okay, 2 announcements so far. Genesis to Jesus, if you're watching this to tape, the description, that link, it's stpaulcenter.com. You can find it there, but the direct link is in the description. Lectio is coming to Living 1 John 1. Again, you can find the link to join Living 1 John 1 in the description. The contest is coming soon with that beautiful, amazing book. And last announcement, and this is the announcement, this is the one that my Living 1 John 1 community already knows. I am going on pilgrimage, and I invite you to come with me. I am going to Fatima, I am going to Lourdes, and I'm going to Marian shrines in between in Spain. And I am so excited for this pilgrimage. Being in Lourdes a month ago now, a month and a half ago, just reminded me how much I want to bring people to Lourdes. Or sorry, Fatima. I was in Fatima a month and a half ago. Reminded me how much I wanted to bring people. But I think what I'm really excited about this pilgrimage is that it's not, we're not just going to Fatima and Lourdes. We're going to incredible pilgrimage sites like Zaragoza, the oldest Marian apparition in the world. The oldest apparition. Have you heard of it? We're going. And we're also going to a relatively brand new shrine that is on the way to Lourdes. That was, it dates back to an ancient devotion to Our Lady, but Jose Maria Escriva was foundational in building it. So it's from the 20th century. So I'm very excited. We're going to places that not every trip from Fatima to Lourdes goes to. In fact, I purposely crafted this trip to do different things than the average Fatima to Lourdes trip. And each day has a theme. Each day has a formation. There's a reason why we're doing certain things on certain days, and in each theme of each day, I will be on the trip walking with you in that formation. We will be doing formation together. I will be leading reflections. So it's not your average pilgrimage. It's going to be pretty amazing in that formation and the spiritual life and intellectual formation and spiritual formation are going to be a huge part of this pilgrimage. It doesn't mean that we're going to pray all the time. It doesn't mean that we're going to study all the time. It doesn't mean that there's going to be tests, but it's going to have more of a formation aspect for us than kind of your average pilgrimage, and I'm really excited about that. Yeah, so it'll be a fun journey for all of us. But so the information for that is in the description as well. I'm going with Verso Ministries, and it is June 20th to June 30th next June. So June 20th to June 30th. I purposely chose those dates for teachers, for people who work in, who can't get away except during the summers. So I purposely thought I want to go, everybody goes in the spring, everybody goes in the fall, and will the weather be hot? Yes. But I really want, if families could come, teachers, those who might not be able to go during the year, drop everything and go. And so I purposely chose June for that reason, so that it can be a getaway for teachers. I think formation is going to be such a beautiful part of this trip. I think teachers could say, this is my continuing ed for if you teach at a Catholic school. So I'm excited for that. So those are my announcements. I'm sorry that my Facebook link didn't work, but we'll just have to test it again. So 3 announcements. Genesis to Jesus is starting already. We're doing the guided journey. We will do a live Q&A with me on September 25th. It's $15. You get access to all the videos. Lectio is coming to Living 1 John 1. Very excited about that. So Living 1 John 1, if you're not a member and you want to join the community, it's $15 a month. You get Sunday Mass resources. You have connections with other Catholics. We have an open forum. I answer questions. Occasionally I do office hours. We have a monthly Bible study. And now we're going to have a whole module dedicated to helping you pray lectio divina. And then I'm going to, on a Marian pilgrimage. That's what we're calling it. Marian pilgrimage. It's Fatima to Lourdes with Marian shrines in between. We will talk about Teresa of Avila. We will talk about Dominic. We will see Teresa of Avila at her tomb. We will pray Mass where Dominic prayed Mass. So there's an entire, like I said, there's a theme every day. This pilgrimage was thought out, thinking of how we are going to travel from Marian shrine to Marian shrine with lots of formation on the way. I'm really excited about it. So there's your announcements. Thanks for joining. We're gonna have to do this someday. I'll just pop on and you'll all be like, why is Shoni live on YouTube? And it's because she's testing YouTube, Facebook. But until then, thanks so much. God bless, and I will see you all soon with the St. Paul Center and on pilgrimage and in Living One-on-One, and it's really exciting. So thanks for joining. God bless, and I'll see you later. Hi, Christy. Bye, Christy.